Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified when I upload a new video. I really would appreciate if you would do all three of those things for me right now. If you want 5 free stocks, Webull is going to give you 5 free stocks. When you open up a new Webull brokerage account, put at least 1 penny in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 5 free stocks valued all the way up to $9,600. So after the video, I want you to go down to the description box of the video. Open up that new Webull account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about when you should be buying and when you should be selling your stocks, your cryptos, your ETFs, and your index funds. I want to talk about 2 investment strategies I use. And hopefully you will consider these 2 strategies because they've worked for me in the past. First strategy is my long-term strategy. And that's where I want to build wealth through the stock market so that at some point in the future, that wealth will generate enough income to take care of me when I no longer want to trade time for money. The way I do that strategy is through dollar cost averaging. So I take a certain amount of money every single month, whether the stock market is good, whether the stock market is bad, whether the stock market's in the middle, it doesn't matter. I take a certain amount of money every single month and I DCA into my favorite ETFs and my favorite index funds. That's what I do every single month for my long-term wealth building strategy. The second strategy I have is a short-term wealth building strategy. And that's where I will take reserve money or extra money or side hustle money or second job money. I take that money and I deploy it into crypto. I deploy it into individual stocks. I also deploy that money into index funds and ETFs as well. But that second strategy or that short-term wealth building strategy is exactly the way it sounds. It's short-term. So let's take, for example, the market we're in right now. The market is down, which creates an opportunity for all of us to build wealth. So now I'm DCA into this particular market every single month. I'm also taking that short-term wealth building money that I have on the sideline and I'm buying the dip right now. Now, I'm not just taking a lump sum of money and just throwing it at any old thing. I've already identified the investments that I want to buy during this time. I've identified the individual stocks. I've identified the cryptocurrencies. And I've identified the index funds and ETFs that I want to buy. That's key, guys. You have to have already identified what your positions are. Once I've identified those positions, now I got to figure out, okay, when do I want to buy? And I'm going to be buying right now because this is when the opportunity has presented itself for me to be able to hopefully buy these companies at a discount. And then when they rebound, definitely make some money on that short-term strategy. Now, my long-term strategy is pretty much the same. I've identified ETFs and index funds. So I only invest in ETFs and index funds with my long-term wealth building strategy, right? I take my favorite ETFs, I take my favorite index funds, and I DCA in every single month. I take that short-term wealth building strategy and I include in that stocks, individual stocks, and some cryptos. So every day the market is red, and I believe there is value to be captured. And when I'm talking about value, I'm talking about my target price. When I think my target price has been hit on any particular one of those investments I mentioned, then I purchase. See, I also believe at some point we're going to have a recovery. I think that recovery is going to happen before July 2022. And the reason I believe that is because I think that's when we'll officially say we're in a recession. Even though right now I believe we're in a recession, in order to call it a recession, you have to have 2 quarters of decline in GDP, which is gross domestic product. And I think you'll get that at the end of June. And so in July, we will officially be in a recession. But I think prior to that, we're going to have a little bit of a rally in the stock market. That's just my opinion. It may not come true. But right now with that short-term wealth building strategy, while I'm buying the dip and I'm buying my favorite companies and I'm buying my favorite ETFs and I'm buying my favorite cryptos, I think there'll be an opportunity when that recovery happens. That's when I will take my profits off the table in my short-term wealth building strategy. I will not take any profits from my long-term wealth building strategy because, again, that's long-term. That's money that I'm going to use in the golden years of my life to be able to take care of my financial needs when I no longer want to do YouTube videos. So you'll have to think about that too. Think about that long-term strategy I just mentioned. Think about that short-term strategy. Both of them are wealth building strategies. I think right now we are in a great position to transfer wealth from the stock market to us by using these 2 wealth building strategies. I just think it's a great opportunity to do that, guys. And you know, I've said that in many other videos, and I'm going to keep on preaching that message because if we take advantage of what's happening right now, where all of our great companies and our great ETFs and cryptos are on sale, they're trading way below their historical highs, right? This will not last forever. At some point, we're going to get out of this recession. At some point, inflation's going to come down. At some point, the stock market is going to start going upward again and back to a bull market. Right now, we're in a bear market, but it will go back to a bull market at some point. When will I be buying? I'm buying right now. When am I going to sell? Well, it depends. Whenever I see a correction on my short-term wealth building strategy portfolio, whenever I see a market correction, although it may be temporary, that's when I'll take some profits out of that short-term wealth building portfolio. That's when I'll take some profits as soon as I see a correction. And I believe a correction is coming soon, although it may be a temporary correction. I think we will have a correction in the stock market prior to July 2022. So that's when I will be taking my profits out of that short-term wealth building portfolio. So there you go, guys. Drop me some comments. What are your strategies? Do you have a long-term strategy? Do you have a short-term strategy? Let me know what it is. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, guys, please consider subscribing to my channel. Please share the video and please smash that like button for me. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. And I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace. Today's video is sponsored by my company, RF Financial Consulting. And in my company, I work with individuals just like you through financial mentoring and coaching sessions. And in those 1-hour sessions, we talk about strategies to help you get to your financial freedom, whether it be through real estate investing, stock market investing, creating additional streams of income, credit card arbitrage, or starting and growing a business. If that's something that you might be interested in, there's an email address in the description box of the video. Send me an email and let's discuss if I'm the right fit for you.